Now the previous program was a little bit silly because the only thing that we used was different data types, but otherwise the code was exactly the same. Now we're going to use some overloaded functions where the code in the overloaded function is actually different. And we do that with a program to calculate the gross weekly pay of hourly paid or salaried employees. For the hourly workers, you send the number of hours and the pay rate, so two things. For salaried, you only send the annual salary because they always get paid for the hours regardless of whether they work more or less. Now, we also have some input checking at get choice, and that demonstrates the usefulness of functions. It keeps the code over here in the main function from getting really bloated. So let me scroll that up over here. So this is all that we have in the main function. So we need something for the choice of hourly or salaried. We need to have over here the weekly hours worked, and then over here rate is for the people that get paid by the hour. It's the hourly rate, and over here annual salary in yearly for the salaried employees. A little bit of output formatting again, and over here we want to ask the user if they want to do an H for hourly or S for salaried, and we send it to get choice and we get a selection back. Now get choice does not get any information, we just define a character over here that we call letter, and you see that over here the instruction is actually in the main function, and then over here we don't actually get any input. So I think that what I'm going to do is just cut this out and move that over here to the get choice. Makes a little bit more sense. At least I think so. Okay, so over here we get some input from the user, and over here we validate it whether it has one of the varieties of an H or an S. If not, then we ask again, and we keep asking until we get it, and then we return the letter here. So that's our get choice function. And then we go into a switch. You're familiar with the switch. Over here, if we want to have either the uppercase H or the lowercase h, we just pick one. Don't specify a break, so we have a fall through. And then over here, the lowercase h, and we ask two things: how many hours and what is your hourly pay rate. And then it will calculate the weekly pay. And for the salaried, again that fall through over here, they only need to use the annual salary, and then it will print the weekly pay over here. Now notice that for the hourly we send it two parameters, for the salaried only one parameter, and that also means that the calculation is going to be a little bit different over here. Over here we're going to multiply hours and pay rate, and that's the pay that we make. Over here we just get the annual salary, and we just divide it by 52, and that's the week pay that we return to the main function. So let's run this, and I want to have a salaried first, and we make 52,000, so gross weekly pay is 1,000. If I run this again for hourly, how many hours were worked? Worked 45 hours, and the hourly pay rate 25.25. So this is the gross weekly pay here. I think he deserves a little bit more because he worked the 45 hours. Let's also see what happens if we enter something else, but an H or an S. We'll just do Y, and it says H or S. Okay, give it a G. Nope, doesn't work. An S. Nope, doesn't work. Oh yeah, S is for salaried, and then hey, let's be generous and give him 87,000 here. So overloaded functions, same name, but different functions and different parameters here.